What's up, guys? What's up? We are back for another video. Yes, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to everyone. I see you guys in the building. I see everybody still coming in. Thank you guys for joining me. We have some great news for you guys today. Of course, y'all know I'm always digging up some damn tea to share with you guys. So we're going to do that today as well. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful, relaxing Sunday. Okay. I got all my stuff done. I said, let me go and hop on my live, honey, before the game and all that gets started. So I'll be free to child, be down there twerking, honey, when the halftime get ready to start, child. I'll be doing my Sunday twerking in here. Okay. Yes. The Lord, let me go ahead and pray. Lord, forgive me for twerking. Okay. On Sunday. But I might have, y'all know Usher is going to be performing, child. So I got to do what I got to do out here. Okay. Now I done went to Bedside Baptist this morning, and now I gotta go twerk. Okay. Yes, God, we're gonna twerk today for Usher. Yes, we are, because he is gonna be performing, honey, for 15 minutes. So that's 15 minutes of twerking. That's gonna be my workout for today. Okay. Hands on your knees. I'm gonna be in there on that shit. But anyway. Yes, honey, I love it. So let's get into the show. Thanks for all of you joining. We got already 104. All right, we got enough to get started. Somebody said, yes, Usher. Okay. Well, y'all put in the chat what songs y'all want to hear Usher do, okay? I mean, damn, it don't really matter. As long as something upbeat. I already told y'all Alicia Keys has been added to the show. Lil Jon is going to be there, so you know it's going to be like a crunk type of show, and he's going to be adding some people from Atlanta, which y'all know. I think they said Ludacris might appear, so we don't know, guys. It's supposed to be a great show, though, according to Usher. Y'all know he was on Good Morning America. He was talking about it as well. So, yes, honey, yes. And somebody said the tea you dropped on Dr. Jackie yesterday on Married to Medicine, honey, was yes, honey, yeah. Hey, I had my good shovel out, and y'all know I had to throw them pictures out there. I ain't seen nobody else talking about it, so that means that was exclusive. Okay. Yes, honey. We like that kind of tea. But I got some more tea for you guys as well. Some stuff on Destiny, as you guys saw in the description. We're gonna be talking about Destiny and her fraud ass. I put a interview with Martell to kind of debunk some lies that he's been doing. So we're gonna listen to that. That he did with Kim Ministry, aka what's her name? Chanel. What is it? Chanel Scott. Yeah, Chanel Scott, which they call her Ministry on her channel. So we're going to listen to that because I was like, this nigga right here be lying. So y'all know I like to catch fucking lies. I really do. So we're going to be talking about Stormmy and her fraud ass out here. And the fact that she is supporting Martell and his bullshit as well. So we're going to be talking about that. Kim and Maurice, we're going to mention them as well in this video. So we got a lot of people to throw under the bus, honey. And who better to do it? Boom. All right. Let's get on into the show. Of course, you guys can see everything. Thank you so much for the super chat. What is it? Malitia. Is that right? Malitia Blunt. I'm sorry if I screwed your name up. I apologize. Since I caught yesterday's replay, it was fire. I really appreciate it. Okay. Thanks again for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, dear. All right. As you guys can see on our screen, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, okay, and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right. Yes, all my information is there for those of you who want to contact me. If you need to email me, it's caramelrail75@gmail.com. Okay, because I know sometimes you guys want to hit me up. I've been getting some emails too from you guys and IG messages too from you guys saying, "Hey, Rail, I've been using the conditioner that you was telling me about. It's the, y'all know, the henna placenta conditioner. I had somebody hit me up and say, hey, Rail, I bought some of that and I can't wait to use it. So yes, honey, for those of you that didn't know, henna placenta, I am pushing it. As you guys can see, I only paid $159 for it, but it works, guys. It gives you very good healthy hair out here. So shout out to the young lady that hit me up to let me know she went out and bought some. Okay. So yes, honey, get that healthy hair. All right. Let's move on to the show. All right, so first things first, Mr. Reverend, he calls himself Reverend. I call him Take That Jakes. All right, Reverend Take That Jakes, honey, is out here trying to be striking channels, YouTubers channels, because we are out here airing his power bottom ass out on our channels, out here letting everybody know that he been out here in the Diddy parties twerking and gyrating and laying on his stomach, maybe, because they say he's a strong bottom, so that means yeah. Let's do the math. Laying on your stomach, carry the one. Taking it. And bring your one down. And yeah, he out here thotting. Y'all see how I did that math? Shit. Yes, child. So he is out here, child. This is a scarong, honey, with a K. SKRONG. A scarong bottom. I said, boy, let me find out. So yes, he is out here, y'all. They're saying that he is out here trying to be striking YouTubers' channels for false copywriting information. Okay. So yeah, so they're saying, Reverend Strongbottom over there, honey. Reverend Strongbottom over there. Okay. Getting swallowed up. Him. Sir, go shimmy yourself somewhere and sit down. Okay. We ain't scared of you. You don't scare nobody, TDJs. You really don't. You really don't scare nobody, especially me. All right. Don't be over here playing with my damn channel and don't be sending me no shit over here because I'm gonna rip it up on live. Okay. And I told y'all. Don't be over here bothering me. Let me do my good work. All right. Let me dig up my stuff on you. Now sit down. You weren't thinking about striking about the channels when you was in there taking it. Allegedly. Allegedly. Nah, that's what they said. I ain't say shit. Somebody else said it. I'm just repeating it. Allegedly. Okay. You weren't thinking about that when you was laying on your stomach. Allegedly. To be a strong bottom, you got to be on your stomach out here. Or maybe on your back. It just depends on how you prefer it. I don't know. Shit. I wasn't in the room. Didn't want to be in the room. Okay. But whatever. Let's get on with the show, child. I ain't fucking with him. All right. Get out of here and take that, Jakes. All right. Leave my damn channel alone. All right. So moving on, child. This Wallace Strong bottom striker. Yes, child. He is. He is doing too much. Ain't nobody scared of you, though, sir. You really not. All right. Move around, sir. Move around. All right. So Stormmy. Let's talk about her. Stormy's still out here, child. She is out here looking like a fake ass Faith Evans child. Mm-hmm. Y'all know she done changed her hair to blonde because she's trying to look like Mel. Now, y'all know Mel done went back to blonde. Mel said, okay, I'm going back to how I used to look in season 1. And I love it. I love the blonde look on Mel. Why Stormmy out here, child? Let me show y'all the picture. Y'all may have seen it in the description because I put it in there. But for those of you that was in a hurry to come on in the live, child, it's okay. I got a picture, girl. I got you covered. Stormmy is out here trying to look like a fake ass Mary J. Blige. I said, girl, what? A fake ass Faith Evans, honey. Child, she thinks she Faith Evans in this picture. Stormmy, you are not, okay? You are not Faith Evans, okay? I'm sorry. Now, why you go blonde? Because Mel went blonde. Girl, you looking like a fake ass Faith Evans right here, girl. You're looking like you're ready to break out with you. You don't appreciate the time. That one. I put into this fraud affair. Because you've been doing a lot of fraud here. Mm-hmm. You've been doing some fraud, girl. You've been doing some fraud. Mm-hmm. That's what the streets has said. And y'all know I listen to the streets. You don't appreciate the time. Yeah, come on here, fake ass, Faith Evans. Sit down, Stormmy. Sick of your ass. All right, so Stormmy, child, she was seen out here, child, having some kind of party, child, where folks were gyrating and twerking and carrying on. And the Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras were there. Okay, I saw some pictures with the Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras. They were there. She also invited Martell. Y'all know he ain't got one suit, child. He ain't got one suit now. Since Mel left him, he ain't got but one suit that fit. And child, he put that suit on and took his bald-headed ashy ass on up out there. I think he went there to get some food because you know he ain't got no food over there. Him and Ariana, she ain't got no food stamps coming in yet, child. So he said, I'm gonna go to this party so I'll be able to eat or whatever. So he went on to this party because Stormmy introduced, Stormmy invited him. So he showed his bald-headed ass up there. I got some pictures, child. Y'all know, when I'm talking about shit, I like to give y'all visuals. So let's go and get a visual, girl. Get off my screen, fake ass Faith, okay? Fake ass Faith, get off my screen. All right. So this is him, child. I don't know why he got this down. What is this, a violin? I don't know why he got that, child. Martell, sit your ass down. That's him, child. That same old suit. I saw him wear that same old suit on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sit down, Martell. Sit down, Martell. Looking like a disturbed California raisin with that damn purple suit on. Sit down. I should have went upside his damn head with that violin. Anyway, so he was seen there. The Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras were there. I told you guys he's not supposed to be filming until after his case with Mel, which is coming up in April. So they may cut him out of being seen on camera until that situation is taken care of, because they did the same thing. Y'all remember when they had the whole expo, Wanda was actually at the expo with her booth and everything. So even though she was there, Love and Marriage Huntsville made it very clear that they weren't going to film her because she's not allowed to film. So it could be the same thing with Martell, even though he was there at the party. It doesn't mean that he's going to still be seen in that scene. But Stormmy invited him to her party, which I don't know why she's fooling with Martell after hearing all of these things that he's done to Mel with the Revenge P. And she was there capping for Mel when they went to Houston, and she was saying, but you cheated, Martell. She was coming at him like that. So it's weird to me that you act like you were on Mel's side and you keep saying you don't have a problem with Mel, but then you out here hanging with Martell. This is like the second time. When Martell was messing with Sheree, you were seen down there at the New Year's Eve party at Sheree's house. with your husband down there, child, at Sheree's house, and Martell was there as well. So it's like you always try to hang with the ops. I don't get it. You said for the longest you didn't know Ariane, and you won't hang with Ariane, and then now Ariane is out here like, girl, stop lying. Like, you do know me. And she threw Stormy's ass under the bus. So she always try to act like she just ain't down with the get down, but you really are, Stormy. You are, and that's probably why your karma keep biting your damn ass off out here, because you continue to choose the wrong team, and we're gonna continue to drag your ass forward. So since you decided to do that, that just kind of woke up the petty in me, and I said, let me go pull some shit on Stormy. Don't ever piss me off, okay? Because that's just the level of petty that I would go. It's so unreal why people choose to mess. I'm a Leo. When you choose to mess with a Leo and piss them off, that only just makes me be petty. And my level of petty is to just pull some shit up on you that you just cannot debunk. And I'm going to share it. So that's what we're going to do today, okay? Yeah. So Stormy, honey, Stormy is being drugged online and everywhere in the surrounding areas for inviting Martell to film with her, knowing what he did to Melody, like I said, the Revenge P, and the whole Ariane fiasco, okay, that's going on. All right. Stormy, like I said, she's also being drugged for stealing Melody's look with this blonde look. Like I said, her ass out here looking like a fake ass Faith Evans out here, child. I said, girl, no, Stormy, no. You've been your hair been black all these seasons, ever since we met you and you came on the scene. And I went and looked at some older pictures of Stormy. I ain't seen you blonde nowhere, but as soon as Mel changed her shit up to blonde, here you come. Okay, you want to be seen, girl. It's giving you want to be seen. Now, Stormy, y'all know Stormy fell out with the Scotts, so it's looking like she may not have a storyline or no refilming with them because they ain't fooling with Stormy, period. So this season 7 coming up, she will be filming a lot of scenes with Nell. Now, when you become friends with Nell, when did you become friends with Nell? This is her and Nell. Nell was at her party. Nell was at Stormy's party. And her party may not even be shown because y'all know she had the pastor party for this past season, season 6. They didn't show any of that. She spent all that money to have a storyline for this damn pastor party, and they did not show one scene from the pastor party. Now she's having this party to try to have another storyline, and I don't think they may not even show that. They might cut it like they did last season. I hope, because none of the Scotts were there. None of the Scotts were at Stormy's party. The only person who was there was Martell. Destiny showed up. Nell Fletcher showed up. I don't even think Chris was there. Nell showed up, and that's it from Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. Well, Destiny, she's really not a cast member anymore, but that's really all that showed up as far as Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. None of the Scotts were there. Tisha wasn't there. None of them. Okay, of course Tisha wouldn't be there because they not in good spirits right now. But child. So that's what happened with that. But yeah, so Nell, she showed up to show support, and Martell, he showed up to go eat because he ain't got no food at home. So I don't know, maybe Nell wanted to get some more screen time. Try, you need to be sitting at home. You and Chris need to be sitting at home trying to figure out how y'all ass gonna explain why Chris was allegedly said to be with 16-year-old. I don't know. You shouldn't have been at this party, girl. You should have been getting your story together on how y'all gonna, because you said you're gonna address it. So you might want to take some time away from the cameras and sit your ass down and figure out how you and Chris gonna come out and talk about this, because we still waiting. We ain't heard shit yet. There's no way I'm gonna let something like that fester, knowing that all the blogs and everybody is talking about this about your husband out here being with 16-year-old girls. Like, your daughter already said that they were scared for you to come on the show, and not that I believe everything she was saying, but I mean, damn, you ain't came out to say, nah, this ain't true, that she's lying or whatever. Like, come on now, come on. You need to be home trying to figure out how you gonna fix this situation with your husband's name being drugged through the mud, like for real, okay? But none of the cast, like I said, were there. Destiny, she showed her ass up there because she ain't doing nothing else, child. She done drove her church van around there and dropped off them damn lottery tickets over there at the Sit-Go, and she ain't had shit else to do the rest of the day. So she done dropped Law ass off with his daddy, and she done took her square ass up over there and heavy on the square, because you know your body girl is not body. But yeah, so yeah, she done took her square ass on down there to the party to show up thinking she gonna get some camera time, girl. But you're not. Okay, you're not. So yeah. But y'all know Stormy showed up to Mel's podcast down there in Huntsville whenever Carlos King went down there to sit with Mel, and all the Melodies were there supporting Mel. I was like, Stormy, I didn't think you and Mel were in that great of a place anymore. So what you doing sitting up in there? And on the front row at that. You were sitting up in there to try to get some of Mel's clout. That's what you wanted to be seen. That's what it was. You wanted to be seen because you're not really friends with Mel like that. So it was weird that she was sitting there trying to figure out why she was there. But now it's no coincidence that you out here trying to look like Mel. I'll show you guys again. Nell and Stormy out here, child, with her new fake look out here. Mm-hmm. Neil, I got that. Why y'all got that filter on so high out here? Neil, I can't hardly tell that's you, child. Y'all got that filter so damn turned up. Y'all must be using Orion filter out here. Cause baby, Ariane, you got to stay behind that filter. Cause baby, the pictures I got of you, when you be behind that filter, honey, that filter be saving your life, baby. As long as you stay behind that filter, when you do this, I'll be like, oh shit. As long as you stay here, when you do this here, when you peep around that filter, baby, So you Ariane behind the filter, but when you step out, you Sealy. Ariane Sealy. Ariane Sealy. Okay, that's what it gives, girl. But Martell talking about you don't need a filter. Bitch, shut up. You see her from behind the filter when you take your square ass over there every day. You know she look like Sealy. You know she look like Sealy. That's why you hit that thing from her back so you ain't got to look at her face. You tell her look that way. I'll be back here and you look that way. You started out hitting, started out missionary. You can't do missionary no more because that face ain't facing no more. The face card is declining out here. So, girl, you gotta be out here on the doggy. You gotta be on the roof with Martell now. Because he don't want to look at your face no more. Because the face ain't facing. So you can't do missionary no more with Martell. He ain't into that no more. You gotta be on the roof. Y'all know what they call it, the doggy. You gotta be on the doggy, girl. Face down. Y'all know the song. Face down, ass up, that kind. But anyway, child, let's get. Did I want to go there today? Too late. But anyway, child. So Stormmy, like I said, Stormmy, honey, was forced to sell off some properties. We kind of hinted on this before. Somebody said, wolf, y'all are bad. So Stormmy was forced to sell off her properties, okay, due to her lawsuits piling up. All right, let me get back serious. Let me get back in mode. All right. So she has, of course, y'all know, half a dozen damn lawsuits against her where people are suing her left and right. So Stormmy got smart, and I kind of hinted on this before, where she sold her properties over to her husband, Courtney, by way of her deeds, okay? Yeah, it's too late, y'all. I done went there. So she had to get her name off the deeds of the properties because some of the people who were suing her were said to be coming for her properties as collateral for the money that she owes. Now, she had to recently pay, I think it was $150K for a recent lawsuit that she was sued for. So she had to get those properties out of her name because if she did not have the money to pay them, then she was going to be forced to have to forfeit her properties. They were going to go after her properties. Now, her house, the plantation house she stay in, that house actually has a lien on it for non-payment of another business that she was working with. And they were trying to do interior decorating and design in her house. Somebody said Chris was there. I didn't see any pictures of Chris. But if they said Chris was there, okay. At Stormy's party. But she didn't pay the interior decorator, interior design company, and they put a lien on Stormy's house because she owed them in the tune of thousands as well. So she just don't be paying people. So I guess what Tisha then was saying is that you don't pay invoices. Not that they should be talking about people paying their invoices, but I mean, because you don't pay either, Tisha. But Stormmy, you need to get your act together, sis, because you do pride yourself on saying that you're this businesswoman and you got all these businesses and you're a millionaire and you got all this money that you're making on TikTok. But if you do, then pay these people that you owe. Okay. Period. All right. But she put all of her deeds into her properties into her husband's name, which I don't know why his name wasn't on in the first place if y'all married. But I mean, so all right. So I have the info here. Let me go ahead and read that off to you. I can show it to you as well. All right. So it's Apex Funding. That's who was suing her, LLC versus Canvas Beauty Brands. Okay. Stormmy Shalisha Steele. That's her name. It was filed on June 8th of 2022. They just had a judgment on that. It was because of breach of contract. And then Legal Advance Funding, which was a place that she took out a loan that she did not pay. And that was, in arrears as well. They filed a lawsuit against her, May 3rd of 2023. Okay. So she also had to pay them as well. Both of those were under a breach contract. I'll go ahead and show that to you guys. You can see that. Okay. You see that Apex Funding and Legend Advance Funding as well. These are companies that Stormmy owed money to that she did not pay. They sued her. And in order for her to keep her properties, she put those deeds in her husband Courtney's name to avoid them coming after her. Okay. And I have the deeds here, which I showed you guys before. Yeah, I have the deeds here. I won't do that because her personal information is on it. So I'm gonna be nice today, Stormmy. Okay. So yes, she had to do that in order to save, finagle and move around in business. But obviously you don't, because every business that you've done has failed and sank, kind of like Martell. We don't hear about your candle business no more. We don't hear about no shirts or nothing else that you've been doing. The only thing I know you're doing is riding around in, Church of God in Christ church van around here passing out them damn lottery tickets. That's all I've heard of. I don't know nothing else that you're doing. I mean, go off though. Child, if you want to be in there getting your hair braided, who am I to stop you? I ain't got nothing to say about it, child. But let's continue, child, because that ain't the only people that got PPP loans out here. Let's go and get into it, child. Scott 2.0, y'all come on to the carpet too, because y'all got them. Y'all got them too. Kim and Maurice, y'all filed for PPP loans too. All right, let's go ahead and get into it because I have the info on that as well. Because I've been working, honey. Yes, honey, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. That's what they think. Yes, God. Let's get into it. Credit One, Kim and Maurice. Credit One, that is Maurice's company. Credit One got a PPP loan. All right. His loan he received was June of 2020. He got $20,000 for Credit One. His only employee that works there is his sister named Millie, the little chubby one, the rotund one, the big one that was running around, avoiding people whenever they called up. They're trying to figure out why their credit score won't change when they're taking their money out of their accounts each month. Okay, yeah, they're deducting money each month from from their customers to fix their credit. And a lot of the customers, and you can go and look at Credit One's comments and reviews, and they're saying that nothing happened with their credit. And when they would call up there, they would get to run around and say, Millie is not here. Can you call back in 20, 30 minutes? They would call in 20, 30 minutes, and Millie still ain't there. And one of the ladies said that she just got tired of them trying to call and ask for Millie. She said that she went to an event in Huntsville, and to her surprise, there was Millie at the same event that was serving food, honey, at one of the damn events that she was at. And she approached her and asked her about it. And Millie told her that she's sorry she didn't get back to her because she had been sick. But you were well enough to go to this event and bring your chunky fraud ass up there. Bring your chunky, hungry ass up there to be serving food. 1 piece of chicken for you and 8 pieces of chicken for them. Well, 8 pieces of chicken for you and 1 piece of chicken for them with your hungry ass. Oh, she's a rotund one. Y'all saw her ass on the show when she was sprawled up there looking like a thick ass moose. All up in Kimmy and them business. All in Kimmy and them business. I said, damn, girl. Why? Who let your wide ass on the show? Who let you on the show? Them big old, she got them hips like a mama. They all got them hips. I don't know. Ciao. So let's get into it. Kimmy and Maurice, they filed for PPP loans as well. Okay. Y'all know Tisha and them filed for them too. But so for Credit One, they're saying their business was existing more than 2 years old. All right. They're saying that jobs reported 5. What else we got? So the date that they're approved, that their PPP was approved was June 30th. Okay. Thanks so much, woo-woo. All right. So the date that their PPP loan was at Credit One was approved was June the 30th of 2020. All right. They're saying that it was paid in full. All right. They got the, let's see, June loan status date was June 18th of 2021. The term of that loan was for 60 months. Thank you, woo-woo. All right. Let's put you up. All right, so 60 months for that. The lender was Redstone FCU. All right, the amount that they got for Credit One was $20,833. Okay, the loan forgiveness date they're showing to be May 24th, 2021. The forgiveness amount is $21,011.08. Okay. Yeah, that's for Credit One LLC, which is Maurice's business. All right. Now, right after Maurice filed for his, Kimmy went and filed one as well. Okay. So y'all got 2 checks in y'all household over there, honey. Let me go and read that. For Scott Imperium, which is said to be Kimmy's business. Okay. So for Scott Imperium LLC, it is said that that business is located in Harvest, Alabama. Okay. It said that it's been also existing for more than 2 years. And it's saying that the business type is limited liability company, which is LLC. All right. It says the gender is female owned, which is Kimmy's business. All right. That's what they're saying. I thought she was a whole nurse out here, but okay. Let me get back in it because hold on. Okay, Scott Imperium. All right. All right, so the date approved for Kimmy's loan, PPP loan, was April the 6th of 2021, okay, which was not far after Maurice. So the loan status, they're saying it was paid in full. The loan status date is July 8th of 2021. The term of the loan is 60 months. Redstone, which is the same place Maurice had his sent to, Redstone FCU. All right. Now the loan amount that she got was $6,008.12. Okay. Her payroll proceeds says is $6,005.12. So the loan forgiveness date is June 30th of 2021. Her forgiveness amount is $6,020.96. Okay. Yeah. So Kimmy, she turned right around and got a PPP right after Maurice got one for credit one. So let's see. His was approved on June 30th. Hers was approved on April 6th of 2021. She received hers on July 8th of 2021. Maurice received his on I wrote it down. He got his on June. Okay, yeah, June. He got his on June 14th of 2022. Yeah. Yeah, so he got 20,000. Kimmy got 6,000. So $26,000 went into their household. 26,000 in PPP loans went into their household. Tisha, I'm gonna have to pull up Tisha and Marceau because y'all know they got them too. They filed for two. I'm gonna have to get theirs. Tisha and Marceau filed for two, and they're so crazy because they put both of their businesses under the same address. So I don't know how they got away with that. And y'all know that PPP loan, the government, they're going back and tracking down people who are putting false information on their PPP loans. Okay. So I don't know how Black and Tisha's business is under the same address. That's weird to me. How is Black, which is a cigar lounge, and then Tisha's company, which is, I forget the name of her company. It's a real estate company, something realty. I can't remember the name of it. I wrote it on something else. I'll have to look through it later, but it's something realty. It's both listed as I don't know why he's holding the violin, y'all. But it's listed under the same address, which I found to be very weird. I know when Black Titanic said she went there to go and look into the business, like there's nothing in there. Nothing is completed where Tisha is saying her business is. I kind of told y'all this before. So y'all see where Kimmy and them was saying their business has been existing for over 2 years. I don't know how Tisha and them got away with saying that they have a business under that same address, but then when Black Titanic went there, the business is not even complete. There was no walls up, the floor wasn't even done. There's like nobody in there as a business, so there was nothing there. So I don't know what y'all were talking about, sis, saying that y'all got this realty business there. So I'm gonna have to dig up something on that and see what's up with that as well, because that's giving weird vibes. I don't know. But let's get on into this damn interview with Martell, child, with Comministry, honey. We're going to debunk some lies because this was right after Mel filed for divorce with Martell. He was still hopeful that Mel was coming back. He was running around doing these interviews. You will hear him say in this interview, Mel, if you're out there listening, and then he go into this whole sob story. Mel won't check it for his ass. Just like she won't thinking about you when you went to that Steve Harvey interview for that stupid strawberry letter bullshit. Mel's like, I ain't trying to listen to that shit. Like the lady gave you 5 years to get your shit together, and you still out here on your mess. So you can't blame anyone but yourself, sir. Okay. You cannot. All right. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. So we're going to listen. I'm not going to, because I'm being very careful how I share things on my platform, because a lot of content creators are getting, their channels are getting struck, and I'm not going to risk my platform for that. So we're going to listen, okay? We're going to listen. And I promise I will have it turned up so you guys can hear every little word. And I may stop it in between to explain some things just so that you guys will be able to hear, okay? Please like and subscribe. Shout out to Brown Sugar Bay. All right. Listen. Here we go.
Hello. Hopefully you guys are doing well tonight. Thank you guys
for joining Comministry.
They are excited to hear from you, to see you. You know, we've got both sides of the spectrum. You know, I've seen it from Twitter, from our Twitter, from my personal page, from Comministry page. So, and the way we do things at Comministry, we're interested, which is, I found myself going back and forth with some of your fans, like, look, we want to hear, I'm all about, so just a little bit about myself, because this is our first time meeting, right? I created Comministry 7 years ago because I wanted to understand the male perspective, right?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That is the origin. Okay. I was celibate for 8 years, and I was transitioning out.
Hold on.
Keep reading.
Let me make sure I know what that term means.
Okay, why was it necessary for her to tell someone she's interviewing that she was celibate? The interview is not about you, sis. That I found that to be very inappropriate, being the person that you're interviewing is on your platform because he's had infidelities. I don't think that's something that you should have told him, one, that you're single, and two, that you were celibate. I don't think that was some information that you should have given him. That was very inappropriate, and I don't feel like that's something she should have brought up. But go ahead.
What does that mean, then, since you?
Because his ears went up.
I wasn't dating. I was doing work. I wasn't dating. I mean, I'm going to be honest and transparent because that's the only way I know how to do it.
Okay.
There is no way I could.
Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you, guys. I love y'all, too. Thank y'all for the support. I really appreciate it. I really do.
There is no way I could have did an 8-year of celibacy dating. And so when you hear people say we dated or we were engaged or we was this for 2, I don't buy into it because something going on. So no, because I was single, completely single, no dating, nothing for 8 years, and I was, I had several failed relationships prior to that 8 years. So I just took a break to do the work. And so transitioning out of that phase, I wanted to create a platform where I could have the transparent, candid conversations with men because I wanted to understand the male perspective. Like, we know what goes on in relationships when things don't work out and all of that, but I just really wanted to understand.
Hold on. Do you really know? Or is it
I don't know.
From a woman's perspective, right? So that's
I
how you got
perspective, but I can't feel.
Yeah,
right?
I know, right? It's difficult. It's tough. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
So that is why I created the platform, so we can hear from the man. This is not a male bashing session. This is the one time that you get to be totally transparent. And
well, guys, I'm not going to be totally transparent, okay? Hey, listen, I'm not going to be totally transparent because let me go and just be brutally honest right now. My ex and I, we're back filming. We're actually filming right now. We filmed a scene yesterday, and we're getting in a better place, for my children and I, with this co-parenting thing. And I know in the past I've gone on lives and I've gone on interviews and things like that, and almost everything I said, it was kind of against me, and it hurt the relationship that we had, and if anything hurts Melody and I, it hurts our children, indirectly. And
y'all hear that? Anything that hurts Melody indirectly hurts our children. Why are you hurting your children now? Why are you hurting your children to get to Melody now? If that's how you felt, Martell, if you understand that, because the way you just said it with total conviction, as though you understand that if and when you hurt your children, that you're also hurting their mother. When you hit Tank and drew blood from him, you hurt your son. Your child had to testify in court that you put hands on him. Your children had to be taken away for 56 days, and you just told Melody that they could not be back on the show unless you could give them corporal punishment. So what changed from this interview, which was barely a year and a half ago, up until now? Let's continue. Crazy.
Directly, too. So I'm being cautious on platforms that I come on, because if I speak on my past relationship, I only know my marriage, and that marriage was what, 11 years. So I'm having second thoughts on certain things that I talk about, certain things that I do, even though it pertains to my past relationship, and that's really all that I know. So it's a difficult situation right now, only because we're in a much better place.
No, you're not.
And that's what I want us to be.
So just so the audience will know, the next week, so guys, those of you who are in Alabama, you only 2 hours away, from Birmingham. How far is Huntsville from Atlanta, Martell?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. So we'll be filming.
From flight, flying is 30 minutes.
Flying is an option. For those of you who really want to attend this in person and hear, the topic is about rejection. So we want to know how you have experienced that. Right, and you can share as much as little,
so yeah, I'm going to share as little as possible.
Martell!
But I mean, right now, I'm telling you, I have to, because the rejection that I face, when it comes to relationship, it really stemmed from my previous marriage, and for me to speak on that or to elaborate on that, it wouldn't be pleasing to, what I have going on currently is me filming right now. You know what I'm talking about? And again, I don't know if Melody listening right now, but we haven't filmed in over like 4 or 5 months together. Okay. And now we just filmed yesterday and we filmed a few days ago. So no amount of money, no amount of press can put me in a position to like set us back, because Mel and I being set back, it's only going to set my children back. And I'm trying to get us all to like
he knows that if he's not filming with Melody, he don't have a fucking storyline. That's why he wanted to bring Ariana and Knox on this show to have something else to talk about. And the production and everybody said no. OWN said no. Executive said no. So he wants to stay in a good place with Mel so that he can still film with her and be in her presence on the show, because he knows that if he say some shit in an interview to piss her off, she's gonna be like, I'm not filming with you. That's gonna cut his filming time, which means that cuts his money. So he is able to talk shit about Mel and still be able to use her as a storyline for a chick. Let's continue.
Happy place, of co-parenting successfully, because we both have suffered certain rejections, which really drove us to the point where we are now. And that was very unlikely. It was tough going through rejection, because once you go through rejections in a marriage or in a relationship, you kind of, no one wants to be rejected, especially when you're in a relationship, especially when it's supposed to be the only you two, because we expect our partners to always fulfill every ounce of us, fill us up completely with whatever we want, as long as it's not asking you to jump off the bridge, And so whenever we tend to be rejected, that hurts our soul, us emotionally. That'll make us the things that we shouldn't do, once we feel that rejection. And I felt it. My ex, she felt it, and that caused us to do things that'll hurt, because of that rejection.
I cope with that though. So we're not here to exploit. That's not. But what I would like to know, and we're not gonna we don't have to talk much. We only have a few more moments. How have you coped with that? That's what I want to hear. So, we'll talk more about the rejection and what it looks like and what it feels like, right? But how have you coped with that? How have you dealt with it? How have you gotten to a place where you're like, we're in a great place? What have you done?
Well, it's taking time. And I think time heals everything, if you're going through it properly. And I feel that, it's been like over a year for us of hurt. You gotta hurt, and I'll be real about it all. When God started putting me through tough situations, I laughed. Not because it was comical, only because I knew that it's like I was prepared for it. I knew it had to happen. It was inevitable.
Right.
When you put yourself through certain situations in life, you have to understand that it could be repercussions to things, Right. And you got to face it. And me, and I think too, Melody too, we're overcomers. We overcame all the hurt, all the crying, all the suffering, all that type of stuff. And I feel that it built character, made us better people. And again, like right now, I can say that we're moving forward on being better co-parents, So I think it's about being positive, not trying to tear the next person down. Because again, what I always say too is we all got to go through things in life, and I feel that God gives us all the tools that we need to overcome it. Because I feel that certain things that I went through, 15, 16 years ago, he strengthened me for these moments. Because I didn't think that I would be the person to, going through this divorce, breaking down and crying and stuff like that. I'd never been a person to cry.
Right.
But this situation made me a little emotional and things like that. Especially, my kids, I love them so much.
Yeah.
I see that we put them through a lot, and for me to.
So is that why his eyes and his face been looking so puffy and swole up? He been staying up all night crying. According, I've been up crying. What you crying for when you cheated? You got everything you wanted. Why you crying? That's Mel's thing to do. Mel's supposed to be the one crying. What you crying for? Yeah, I kind of been crying and boy.
Just staying strong and then time heals all.
Right. And then it seems like it's always helpful if like you've been able to go through that healing process with Mel. A lot of people don't get that.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No. So I tell you what, Melanie she was able to, she went through it with me.
Okay.
She went through it with me. But when it was when it was about my time to her and things like that, we were kind of like over.
Okay.
And then to my bed and my closet, and it's moments that I would laugh at because it's like it's almost like my turn,
Right.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience. It's a process. And so, we all get a turn. Everybody gets a turn.
Oh man, I tell people don't throw them rocks. I tell people not throw rocks at nobody.
Right.
If anything, you should just try to uplift, regardless of what the person has done.
Right.
You should try to uplift because you don't know what you're going to go through, and you're going to want that support. You're going to want that love. You're going to want those hugs. You're going to want that support.
Right.
I tell people you're going to need that support because it's tough. And again, you don't know what you're going to go through in life. You don't know when you're going to go through it. You don't know how you're going to go through it. And you're gonna need some strong people around you to see you through.
Well, if you could have done anything different, considering everything that has happened, what would you have done differently? Because we are in different mental spaces when these things. Right? So knowing what you know and knowing where you were. Then what would you have done differently?
I would have
check this out.
Accepted certain things that my wife wasn't doing.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? Some of my complaints, I could have held on a little longer.
Right.
Before taking matters into my own hand.
Right.
Because we were, I'm not gonna lie, we were a great couple. We were damn near like a perfect couple.
Yes.
And, we both got busy. And then I started complaining about things like that. But I feel that if I would have accepted certain things, because it wasn't, and when I look at it now, I look back like, damn, it wasn't that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just when you're in the moment, when you're moving so fast, it's almost like you're thinking somebody just, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. You just sit your ass back and just look at it like, isn't that serious?
Right.
You got this amazing marriage, these amazing children, and you about to go around and mess it up? No, no. It's okay to be rejected here and there.
Right.
Especially when you're in a marriage. So if I could have done anything different, I would have just accepted a lot longer. And
y'all hear that?
So quickly.
I don't want to give too much. I have one more question, and then I'm gonna let you.
Hey, hold on. What's your question? You might need to text me.
See how you flirting with her?
Guys, this is just for the men, when you're in that space, right, where you say I could have held on a little longer. Do you consider the consequences after the mishap? Is that even considered? Do you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you say that again? I'm sorry. I'm gonna be trying to read some comments.
I know. That's okay.
Stop looking at it. Go ahead.
When you're in that mind space, right? When you were thinking back to, the decisions that were made, did you think about the consequences of the act? Did you even consider what could happen? Or was it?
Well, listen. That's a pretty cool question. But I think that when a lot of us, both men and women, when we're in the moment of complaining about certain things and you want to mess up a little bit here and there, you really don't think about the consequence. I tell you what, if God would have showed me all that I've gone through by effing up like I did, I would have set my ass down in that bed and just chilled like that, girl. All right, I'll catch you next week. I'll go in there and cook. I got those kids. So I would have.
He regrets messing up. Y'all hear that?
Who follow you and who are listening, who may be in that same headspace. Like if you had to do it all over again, you would have said, you know what? It's not that bad. Let me just.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Pause right quick.
Because I tell you what.
He's saying that had he known, he said, had God shown him that his situation that he's in right now was going to be as bad as it was. Now, mind you, this was like a year and a half ago. It's not even as bad as it is right now. So you know he is going through it now to where he's just like destitute. He is like down in the worst way. So a year and a half ago, he was already seeing himself as being down and out. So he's saying that had God shown him where he was going to be and that he was going to be down and out like he is now, that he would have sat his ass down on that bed and been like, look, it ain't that serious. Like, hey, I'll get the kids. I'll go in there and cook. I'll do whatever you need me to do because shit, where I'm living right now, how I'm living right now, this shit ain't worth it. Like he realizes that he really had it good with Mel. But that's how it be. You always think that the grass is greener on the other side and it take God showing you that, hey, it won't nothing over there with shit. You looking from the green grass over there and like, oh, that looks way better. Let me go over here. And it's really not that. He see that now, and now he's regretting it. But now you're sitting in interviews because you're bitter that she won't come back, and you're making it seem like she's this worst person in the world when you just said, and this is why I want to play this interview for you guys. He is sitting here saying he regrets that. Now, mind you, while he was talking and doing this interview, and he was saying that he regretted ever stepping out, Ariane went live at the same time to try to throw him off because every time he goes live and every time she goes live, each of them can see when each other goes live. So she went live at the same time that he was talking to this woman to throw him off because she was mad that he was saying that he regretted stepping out with her, that he wishes that he could have been back with Melody. So she went live to like show off her clothes and just, stupid shit that she do when she go live because he was speaking from the heart. He hated the fact that he fucked up his marriage over her. He was saying she was not worth it. Let's continue.
You start messing up, you might continue to mess up,
Right.
Yeah, and that's
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're gonna put a pin in it right here, guys. If you want to hear more from Mr. Martell.
Hey, I'm liking this. Let's go. We got 900 people. Let's go. Let's keep going. I'm loving it. Do we have some men on here?
Do we? Any men?
Hey, yeah, it's nothing like married life. I'm telling you, married life is amazing. I mean, I talk about that all the time, and I think people would say, Martell, you messed up your marriage. I'm like, no. I mean, I did, but I do love marriage, and that's just to my heart. And I want to be married again. I do cherish marriage and things like that. I did love my ex-wife, and I love my children.
Y'all hear that?
And I feel that children should be raised with both parents at home, if possible. As long as you're not about to kill each other. But I still feel too that do not give up on your marriage so easily. Right. Because I feel it's so important, and I think life is so important too. Yeah, and raising your children is so imperative. And then it's tough. Like right now, I have all my children here. I have all of my children here at my house, and it's for 7 days. And they go to mail for 7 days, and whenever they hear, they with me at times, it's like it still hurt because I feel that I remember not too long ago that their mom and dad were both here, and my kids were just smiling genuinely, and I miss those days with them running to the bedroom and jumping in the bed, like with those real smiles and just so happy to see mom and dad,
That's tearing his ass up.
Reconsider and get back together.
Don't be asking me questions like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't be asking me questions like that.
Right. I mean, really, because you can. That's a possibility.
Yeah. How much longer we got on here? Oh, we should talk about you too, because I know.
Y'all see how he deflect to keep from showing his real feelings. He really wants to be back with Mel. But he know Mel ain't checking for him. Like she's like, I'm done. I done gave you too many chances. I gave you 5 years and you still try to up and play with me. So now he's trying to, we're going to talk about you. He don't want to answer that. He don't want to answer that because he knows Ariana's watching because it just showed where she went live. So he knows she's watching this interview. So he's trying to be real careful.
People say we're going to talk about you and we're talking about me.
On the topic of rejection, I mean, that's like the backstory to how this platform even came into existence. You know, I've been this amount of rejection, but I've never been married.
Okay. Here she go.
Married, and I don't have children, but it's just a long string of bad decision making in my young.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then I date differently than most because a lot of people date casually and. You know, they don't want to
date with a purpose.
I date with a purpose, so I spend a lot of time alone because of that.
Why he asking?
Oh wow! So did you ever want children?
I always wanted to have children. It just never happened.
Really? Hey, look, we might get off this phone because if I do this right here, you might get pregnant here.
Y'all hear him in this interview with her? And she.
You started something. You had these people comment on my page.
If she come up pregnant, y'all just know I just touched the bone, all right?
Listen,
that's how easy it is, all right?
I want them to come see us live, though, Martell. I need these people to come see us live next Saturday on June in Atlanta.
What's that date again?
It's June 4th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Gathering Spot. We have Martell and a host of other amazing panelists that will be talking about the topic rejection. And they can purchase tickets at comministrylive.eventbrite.com.
Y'all listen, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all make sure y'all support. Come on.
We just touched the surface. We ain't really gotten to it because I don't want to spill it all. I still got some questions. You know. Yeah. Right. I still got some questions. I want to look at these comments too because they are.
Hey,
come to Naz.
And I do not have Nick Cannon beat. Let's go now.
Woo, did you see that he was on Shade Room today with another?
How many is that?
I don't know, like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
He's on there today with another one. I'm like, y'all do know he don't use protection. Like, I think they forgot that.
He don't either.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure that he get all those women tested, and
okay,
which is very safe. But if he wants to create. Legacy, create, life and things like that. That's why we're here.
Are you advocating for that, Martell, for the non-baby mamas?
No, because typically, I don't want to touch on that. But then again, there's not. I love life. I love life. I cherish life. I love all my children. I'm happy that I have all my children, and I want more.
You want more, right? You want
but
more.
I'm not about going. I'm not going to go out here and get this woman pregnant, that woman pregnant, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't give them too much more. So they can find this exclusively on Fox Soul. I just saw EPI, and that's right, guys. Fox Soul. That's where you can see the real next Saturday. We're filming live for Fox Soul. But if you guys can come to Atlanta.
Why do you want to have more kids and you can't even feed the 4 that you got? Martell, Mel said you're not feeding the kids that you got. She got to bring food over there. So why you want more kids that you can't take care of, that you don't pay child support for, that you're not helping Melody financially take care of? Like, that hood mentality.
4 to 8, the Gathering Spot, and hear more from Mr. Martell, because you can see, y'all, he like to talk. He said he didn't want to pass.
Hey. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, more children.
Are you dating now, Martell?
I'm sorry?
Are you dating now?
We'll talk about that live, okay? When I not live, but when I see y'all in person, okay?
Okay. So put a pen right there. Y'all remember that.
Check this out. It's about to come up.
Talk about that live.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what's up. I look forward to meeting you in person too, okay?
Say that one more time.
I look forward to meeting you in person.
Absolutely.
That's inappropriate.
I can't wait. Is there anything else you want the people to know tonight before we jump off?
Y'all support Love Marriage Huntsville too. Let's go.
Absolutely, guys.
And Nightcap with Carlos King. Support the whole family. Show some love. long as they keep showing us love, I guess, you know. Let's go.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Next Saturday, June 4th, Commentary Live.eventbrite.com. Purchase your tickets.
Y'all are so funny.
What they?
Listen to this.
These folks in the comments. I'm telling y'all are so funny. Oh, Lord. All of them.
Who was Ariane, Martell? They said you dumped Ariane. Who was that? Who was Ariane? There's a lot of people talk about Ariane on there.
That is my
They said you dumped Ariane. Who was that? Who was Ariane? There's a lot of people talk about Ariane on there.
That is my son's mother. My son Knox.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me pause it. Now, y'all notice he called him Knox. Now, when he start calling this boy Maverick, because Martell has always been wanting to change this boy's name to Maverick to blend in with the Eminem kids, so it wouldn't look like he had an off-brand child. So now in the interview, he's calling him Knox. When he said he didn't like the name, he wasn't going to reference him as Knox. So in the interview, he says Ariane is my son's mother, Knox. Did y'all catch that?
Oh no, you good.
I got into the comments. I got a little bit too into the comments.
Yeah, get out them comments now. All right. Let's end this phone call.
All right, then look, I'll see you next Saturday, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, guys, and here's...
So that's it. Okay, so hold on. Because then she's showing here where Ariane went live.
Who went live the same time?
Ariane went live at the same time, and she's just showing where she's modeling her clothes because she was trying to throw Martell off the show that she was on live, and she knew that he was live as well. But we're not going to show her because Ariane is totally irrelevant. She don't get no clout on my channel. But what do y'all think about that interview? He was flirting with her. That's one of the things I don't like with Shay Ministries, aka Chanel Scott. That's her name. She likes to flirt with the men that she have on her panel. When she had Tisha and Marcel on there, she was kind of flirtatious in a way. Whenever she asked the men certain questions, and she's always, she's like that. Like, I don't feel like she does give pick me vibes too. I don't feel like she's a great interviewer because I think that she allows herself to get manipulated by the men on the show. And I don't think that you should be talking about your personal situation of you saying that I've been, I haven't been with anybody, in 8 years, and I've been celibate for 8 years and I'm not dating and I date with a purpose. And it's like, he's already told you he's single. So what are you guys doing? It's like you indirectly shooting your shot at this man because you think you already look at him on the screen. You think that he's fine or something like that. It's inappropriate. Some of the questions that she was asking him was inappropriate. And some of the things that he was saying to her was inappropriate. Like when he said to her, I might not be able to say that, or if I touch the phone, you might get pregnant. Like, Martell, that's inappropriate. You are in an interview where you're supposed to be professional, and you're flirting with this individual and saying inappropriate things while you're talking about your ex-wife that you fucked around and messed up your marriage on, and you're saying, Melody, I know you're listening, so you're indirectly trying to say to her, I'm sorry for what I said and did to you, but at the same time, you're showing her that you haven't changed because you're flirting with the interviewer. You're saying inappropriate things to the interviewer, which is hella disrespectful. He's a clown. He's a clown. I wanted to pull that interview so that you guys can see the difference between Martell then and now in his interviews. He was begging for Mel to come back in interviews. He did it in the Steve Harvey interview. And now his interviews have changed where he can sit on Tasha K's platform and talk all kinds of negative things about Mel because he knows that it's really over. Once she divorced him, she was still holding on to the Holt name. He felt like, okay, she still got my name, so it's still some, it's still some hope there. It's still some hope for me and her to reconcile. So when that didn't happen, that is when the shit hit the fan because he's already said, I'm miserable. My life is not the same. I still vision us, being together, the kids in the house with both parents because kids need both parents. And I miss the kids coming and jumping on the bed and all of us being together in that family dynamic. He misses that. And even though Ariane is there, she's not fulfilling that desire. She's not fulfilling that spot that Melody gave him, and she never will. He's looking for Melody and all these other women, and he's not finding it. And he felt like because he was around Sheree that it was going to do that anyway, but Sheree ain't shit. Sheree don't pay her bills. Sheree ain't really got no money like that. We just see her on TV. She got a huge house that she can't even pay for. So Martell is looking for a woman with money, with some type of clout, with some type of something that can take care of him. He will never marry Ariane because she doesn't have what it takes. She's not a beautiful girl anymore. He's taken away her youthful years to where she's not this girl who's been sitting on life. Oh, I'm that girl. I'm that girl. She used to pride herself on how she looked and the fact that she had, a head full of thick, long hair. She doesn't look that way anymore. She's not that appealing to him anymore, but he keeps her around because he can control her. She's a babysitter when he wants to go out and have dates with other women, and she's happy to be right there waiting for him whenever he comes back. So who wouldn't keep a person around like that? And whenever he wants to lay with her, she's like, okay, whatever you want. She got that $40,000. I guarantee you he took the majority, if not all of that money, because we already know he steals money from his women. He did it to Mel. So she allows herself to be in that predicament. And that's stupid as hell for you to be sitting on $40K and you still got your braces on that's been on for over, 6-7 years now? You still don't have a car. So out of that $40,000, you did not do anything for you and your children and better your situation. You still sitting over there solely depending on Martell with no vehicle and no way to do what you need to do. I said 20 years. Y'all bad. It's sad. It's sad. And the next person Martell get with, he gonna do the same thing because that's who he is. But I wanted to pull that interview so that you guys can see the difference between Martell then, because this is when Mel just left him. He was still hopeful. He was still, like he said, crying and really hoping that Mel would be like, okay, Martell, it's been a while. Let's go ahead and reconcile. But it never happened. And shit got real when she changed that name. That really bothered him. That really bothered him because he was still running around saying Melody Hope. But Melody was like, let me change that for you. When she went back to Melody Cherie Rogers, that shit killed him because he couldn't use that no more. He couldn't sit in interviews and say, my wife, my ex-wife, to make it seem like they were in a great space. And he lied there, saying, me and Melody were in a great space with filming, and I don't want to say nothing bad to keep her from not wanting to film with me. Because you ain't going to get no check. You're not going to get a check if you don't film with Mel, because you don't have a storyline otherwise. You ain't got no businesses. Like, what's going on with your life? I don't think Mel is going to film with him for season 7 if they allow him to film. So I don't know what he's going to do. I don't think the Scotts really want to be around him like that since Marceau kind of threw him under the bus this last reunion with Ariane. I don't think they're going to want to film with him. I don't. So I don't know how that's going to work. If OWN decides to get rid of him after their meeting, it's going to be weird. I'm interested to see how the dynamic of this is going to work out for him. I think they're going to suspend him for a long period if they don't fire him, to be honest with you. I think he's going to be suspended behind this situation. I hope they are, because I think Melody has vocalized how she feels about the things that Martell's done, including this revenge P. She told Carlos King at the podcast that Martell got to go, that she's tired of this. She's tired of filming with him. She broke down and started crying. I mean, hey, we'll see what happens, guys. I'm praying that they let him go because Martell doesn't need to be on this show. He's unraveling. And now that they're asking for him to have a psych evaluation, yeah, he's gone. He's gone and he needs to be gone. He's gone up here and he needs to be gone. All right, but that is our show for the day, guys. We're in 1 hour and 13 minutes. I'm going to end it here so I can go downstairs and kind of get ready. I have some guests that's coming so I can get food and stuff like that finished. But you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Neither one of my teams are playing, but I already told you I'm going for the Kansas City Chiefs, child. That's what I'm going for. So Kansas City, I guess, here we come. We'll see what happens. All right. Y'all enjoy your day. Be safe. God bless each and every one of you. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Car Chronicles. Okay. Love you guys down and goodbye.